Good morning, everyone. It is June the 3rd, 2016, and we're rolling into probably the second most important news day of the month. The FOMC rate announcement from their June meeting will be the most important news day, in my opinion, and we'll just have to see how that happens. What's very unusual about this morning's action is that commodities, futures, bonds, paper, equities around the globe are higher, and that won't be the case after the news hits today. The normal relationships will probably come back in. So who's right, the bond players, the debt market, or the equity players? Everybody hopes for some resolution as to whether the Fed will raise interest rates in June or July. Most of the bets that are being placed right now is no increase in June. If there is an interest rate increase this quarter, it'll be in July, and we'll have to see if that happens. Okay, Verizon's went on strike. 35,000 people were taken out of the workforce, so everybody's looking for 160. That's interesting. My pen's not working. That's going to be an interesting day without my pen. I haven't faced this one before. It's okay. Anyway, well, thanks, Nancy. 160 non-farm payrolls, unemployment 4.9%. Private non-farm payrolls plus 150K. Hourly earnings plus 0.2, which is the default number. Average work week 34.5, which is the default number. Trade balance minus 41B, which is pretty close. PMI services 52.8. Factory orders plus 2%. ISM services 55.5. And Baker Hughes rig count, we don't have an estimate, but last week's number was 447 for North America. Gosh. We'll see if we can get some scribbling over here. The market is pointed higher. It is a newsday trade. Usually on the note, you can fill 20, 30 seconds plus or minus where the market is trading at the news announcement. And that would take us to the 130.20 area. So 130.16, 130.20 would be an area that you could have a resting limit sell. 129.12 to 16 would be an area where you could have a resting order limit buy in anticipation of the news announcement. I wouldn't bet against the bond players. They're saying the economy is not as strong as being reported by our pressured bureaucracies. They've got a better handle or feel. The yield curve is flattened considerably. When that happens, it usually means the economy is about to move into a recession. And our growth numbers are low enough to suggest that could happen. Okay, if it weren't for the news, my goodness gracious. 30.03, 30.07, then 30.11 to 15 would be sell one. On the buy side, news, we'd be trying to buy the 24.28 area based on the structure and what has happened, and then 17 to 21. Always something, isn't it? And it's the nature of trading. You're not gonna have 100% of what you want on every trading day when you come in. You're just gonna have to learn how to deal with that. And as you get started in this, you don't like that. It makes it more anxious. Makes for more anxious trading than you would like to have. Okay, similar situation in the bond, a scoop order, limit buys, limit sells 1 point away from where the market is trading at the news announcement. Usually works. Sometimes it can go 1.5 points. So 165.30 would be your sell. 162.30 would be, 163.30 would be your buy. Having said that, right now resistance is the buck to 04. So 7 to 11 would be first sell. And then 19 to 23 would be number 2. Picking up this high volume number right here. On the buy side, we've got support at 2024. So first buy would be 13 to 17, followed by 1 to 5. But again, it's a news day trade. If you're day trading for and hoping to make $500 per position traded on average, then you don't want to risk $1,000 in those situations. Or if you are going to take a trade, you want to do it at reduced size, because the volatility will make you get you the same amount of return. So what we recommend is our Newsday trade, and we'll talk about that on the E-mini, where you let the first move get out of the way, and then you enter the market on the first correction with the direction of the news, and if you don't extend the range, you're out. And that requires a nimbleness. You might have to make trade decisions in less than 30 seconds. And if you're not capable of doing that right now, then the third way to trade it is development. And we put that into the write-ups for those of you that are new to the room. Go back and read Newsday Trading. Okay, gold, 160 is the number. If it comes in, say 190, 185, 190, gold should sell. If it comes in 130, gold should rally. Without the news, right now we'd be selling, let's sell the 19 to 21 area. Then 24, 26. On the buy side, 9 to 11. And then 4 to 6. But it can get big moves, like $10 moves off the news. And if you want to put scoop orders out there, and again, this requires a nimbleness because it has to react instantly in your favor. You're looking for a place to get out. Can move $15 on these trades. Okay, the euro sold into this morning's news, 160K. If it comes in above 160K, the euro should sell. If it comes in less than 160K, the euro can rally. So without the news, 1270, 1125 right here, buy one, and 111 even. Buy two, and I've never seen this problem with my pencil before. 75, sell one, and then the buck or 112, sell two. Down to the news. This one can move 50 ticks on the news, so scoop orders 50 ticks away from the market at the news announcements is one way to play it. Okay, crude usually is not impacted by this news in any big way. It is a market that you can trade normally. Not get too excited about it one way or the other. So 49.50, 75, sell one. 50 to 25, sell two. On the buy side, 48 and a quarter, 48.50. Buy number 1. And then 47.75, 48 buy 2. There was no OPEC agreement. There won't be any. The current policy continues of pricing U.S. production out of the market by our allies and our good friends, the Saudis. They're not. They operate in their self-interest. They were actively involved in an indirect way in supporting the 9/11 terrorist attacks. I mean, it's been proven. There were 4 Saudi princes high up in the family that were dead within 6 months under suspicious circumstances, so that problem was eliminated. And again, that's why we should operate solely and strictly in our own national interest, and if it doesn't work for us, we're not supposed to be there. We're not supposed to be doing anything. Okay, 10 points away on the E-mini, so 15 would be a limit sell. 95 would be a limit buy for a newsday trade. Without the news, we'd be trying to sell 9s to 11s, and then 15s to 17s. That'd be 1, and that would be 2. On the buy side, because the market is pointing up and trying to trade higher, 2100 plus or minus 1, 95, 97 would be where we'd be at without the news. But again, a limit sell or a limit buy 10 points away usually works. Now again, you have to be really, really nimble to pull that off. And if you don't have those skills, we recommend trading development. Market's pointed higher. I do think we're going to take out the 2135 before this is over, before the elections. Now, I don't think I can draw it, but we'll see. Okay, the news hits. It trades, let's say in this case, it trades up. You're going to have the mode, the mean, right here in the middle. The first place to have a buy order, in this case, would be inside the mode or the mean, whichever one's higher. That would be number 1. Second place would be at the value area low. And the third place would be where the news hit. If the market then does not extend and take out that high, exit the trade. So you can enter the market on that first correction with the news, then it has to extend the range. That's if you're nimble. If you're not nimble, then you're going to trade development. Market moves, corrects, comes back up. If we don't make new highs, then we'll have lower highs, higher lows, and you'll have value developing somewhere in the middle until the market reaches a balance point. So, like on the E-mini, you can trade that developing value plus or minus 4 points. On the bond, you can trade it plus or minus 6/30 seconds. On the 10-year, you can trade it plus or minus 3/30 seconds. On gold, plus or minus $3. Crude, it doesn't matter. And on the euro, I've only paid a lot of attention to that. So we do have a newsday trade today. It all boils down to where the news is. The first thing we'll look at is 160K. Non-farm payroll number. The default number right now is 200,000 each month of new jobs added, even though we lose manufacturing jobs every month. It's going to low-paying service jobs in retail sales, the food industry, and the health industry. Unemployment at 4.9. There can be a whipsaw between the unemployment number and the non-farm payroll number. They will verify that with the average work week. Then we go to trade balance, minus 41 billion. No one will pay any attention to it. Markets PMI services at 52.8. That won't be a factor. ISM services at 55.5 will be a factor. Factory orders, I've seen plus 1.8 to 2%. That will be a factor. So we'll have the initial blast of news, market will recover, and then at 10 Eastern we'll have our second round of news that can impact the trading. So we'll pick it up on the news. We'll see what we get in 21 minutes, and I'll be back with you for that. Going to take a while to get stuff up and posted. I will get busy on that. Don't know what's causing my problem right now with my pencil. I might reboot in the process too. Back with you in a bit.